Major Mohammad Ali Shah with us live on the broadcast. Sir, welcome on the broadcast, sir. Now, talking about Imran Khan, he has now said that he is willing to forgive Pakistan, the TTP. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Those are confused whether TTP is good Taliban for them or bad Taliban. Sometimes they call it a good Taliban, sometimes they call it a bad outfit. So first they got to make up their mind. Secondly, if Imran Khan is coming into talks with them for ceasefire, for them to lay down their arms, or peace, it's a good sign. But let's see if look who's talking. If Pakistan is going to talk peace, it's certainly a good sign. But certainly it's like, showing something and doing something. Actions speak louder than words. And if they actually mean what they say, let's see what happens there. Because we do not even, have you ever heard, normally people do not know who the president of Pakistan is. But they know of the Prime Minister of Pakistan. They know of the Chief of the Army Staff of Pakistan. They know of the ISI Chief of Pakistan, General Faiz Ahmed, General Bajwa, Imran Khan. These are the common factors over there. They know about the terrorists. They know about Hafiz Saeed, Maulana Masood Azhar. So these are the key factors of Pakistan which promotes IT, which is international terrorism. So now when Imran Khan's ministers have come out in his defense, they said if he is willing to talk to them and if TTP is willing to lay down their arms, it's a good sign. So first, Pakistan has to make up their mind whether they're good Taliban or bad Taliban. They say one Taliban works in the interest of Pakistan. Right? The other Taliban, according to them, quote unquote, which India controls apparently, which is a hogwash, which works against the interest of Pakistan. So Pakistan are themselves confused that what it is. So Imran Khan, his leadership is only going to the dogs. Only if he could actually get his resources together, his leadership skills together, which he hardly has. So I think if he calls out for peace, I think it's a good sign. But it would be also calling out the bluff of Pakistan at the same time.
Also he has mentioned, he revealed in an interview that he is in talks with the TTP. So do you think that, this is another way of helping and supporting terrorism? Because anyway, this is what Pakistan has been doing. And as you mentioned that this is, being double-faced. So do you think that, are they, he'll be moving on to, helping and supporting Pakistan? Sorry, I beg your pardon, terrorism.
That's perfectly fine. Majri, you are absolutely right, Majri, and very well said. Because you don't have to be sorry about that. It is Pakistan, synonym is terrorism. So it's perfectly fine there. And it is again, subconscious thoughts do come out, because the moment we talk of a country like Pakistan, even if I have to be respectful, the first thing that comes to my mind is what? Terrorism. It comes, and it's what natural. It comes to everyone's mind. So now when Imran Khan says that he is in talks with TTP and they are willing to come and lay down their arms and they talk peace, let us see. Let us see actually if it actually results in something concrete. As I said, actions speak louder than words. And it is, Pakistan, ultimately Imran Khan, how did he come into power? Through Khalil, who has linked with the Al-Qaeda. He had funded his elections. So when we went ahead in Pakistan and we did a surgical strike, or the airstrike, ultimately when he bombarded the terrorist camps, the Pakistan, in fact, why not? Just recently, just not even a week back, we caught a 19-year-old terrorist at Uri. We arrested him. And his confession video is there on YouTube. He said he was trained by a Pakistani colonel, a Pakistani Subedar as well, facilitated his training. And they were sent to India on a mission to supply arms. Not supply, it was a mission which involved much more. So Pakistan has been repeatedly doing that. They are incorrigible. They do not listen. And you know what? Just before FATF meeting, because Pakistan is in the grey list of FATF, they are likely to get blacklisted as well. So they will do some theatrics. They'll do something for entertainment for the world to see, where they will do some blast outside Hafiz Saeed's house. They will arrest Hafiz Saeed, and whereas in the jail they will give him not 5-star but 7-star treatment. and just to show the world. So Pakistan is repeatedly doing this, and it's all theatrics. It's all a show. It's all a big hogwash. Not to just like China is not to be trusted. Similarly, Pakistan definitely is not to be trusted, and only the action. So if that is the case, one doesn't have to come out in media and make a big noise about it. If they actually mean something, their actions would actually speak for themselves. Let's wait and see what Pakistan has to offer more. And they have every right to make big fools out of themselves and make a big laughing stock of the whole world, because it is transparent now. The whole world can see what game they have been playing. Time will tell further.
Right, sir. Also, talking about Pakistan and terrorism here, do you think that the FATF should now completely blacklist Pakistan? Because, recently I think experts had also said that if they don't blacklist Pakistan soon, it will be, very difficult. So, do you think that the FATF should now, not think about anything and just put Pakistan in the blacklist, just blacklist them entirely?
100%, Madhuri, 100%. I mean, it goes without doubt that actually, in righteous mind, rightly speaking, Pakistan actually deserves to get blacklisted, and they're very, very lucky that they are in the grey list so far. But it's fine. Even the grey list is fine, as long as there's pressure mounted on it. Now, Pakistan, you see the state of affairs of that country. The US is slowly and gradually, I hope they withdraw complete support. They are willing. They are, because they are fighting Corona in a bad state. They are broke. They have no money at all. They are favoring who? Taliban. General Faiz Ahmed went to Kabul and negotiated a seat in the Taliban government for Sirajuddin Haqqani, who was appointed as the Interior Minister, which is equivalent to the Home Minister for Internal Affairs. Now imagine a person, a terrorist who is on the UN terrorist list, who has an award on his head for millions of dollars. Pakistan rooting for him and getting him a ministry in Taliban. Most ridiculous, to say the least. Now, also it is said when the Haqqani network, when Sirajuddin Haqqani and Maulana brother, they got into a scuffle and fighting for power, and Abdul Ghani brother was wounded in that. He was sent to Pakistan only for his treatment. It is one country where they have civil wars, where the army arrests the Inspector General of Police, picks him up. And then you look at the treatment of people who are in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. They get water from the sewage. They are protesting for months now. They have actually, Pakistan has issued over 2,000 contracts of mining, of extracting iron ore and natural minerals from the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to Chinese agencies, which is illegal, because firstly it is not their land. And now when Pakistan, as you rightly asked, do you think Pakistan should be totally blacklisted? Yes. It should get even a tag of a global terrorist country, in fact, for that matter. On 9th March 2019, at the UN meeting, Pulwama attacks had taken place on 14th February 2019. Not even a month had passed, and there was this UN meeting where India had proposed for Maulana Masood Azhar to be named as a global terrorist. China, which actually became a permanent member, the P5 member of the UN, thanks to India only, because after partition, Jawaharlal Nehru recommended China because we couldn't afford to be permanent members of UN at that time. China put its foot down, said Maulana Masood Azhar would not be named as a global terrorist because of favoring Pakistan, because China has made heavy investments in Pakistan in the corridor infrastructure investments, and similar the investment they've made in Afghanistan as well. Now, it took us months to get Maulana Masood Azhar named as a global terrorist. So to get that was so difficult. So certainly Pakistan should straight away get a blacklisted tag and a terrorist tag globally.
Right, sir. Thank you for joining with us on the broadcast.